It has been a long year of you guys asking me to build ice cream related buildings, and I apologize because I have the memory of a fish, so I'm kind of late to this whole request thing. So because we have started our beach town now, I thought it would be a good opportunity to build a Bloxburg ice cream shop. So for the location of the shop, I was already planning on placing it where the boardwalk area is because I feel like it just makes the most sense. So I think I will either use one of the plots on the left side or the one on the other side. To make my planning life a little bit easier, I already have a Pinterest board of the inspiration, and as you can see, the main kind of theme is very coastally. We've got a lot of striped awnings and stuff. When I saw this photo, I thought it was the perfect model for the shop because I like how it's got two windows on both sides so someone can serve the people on that side, and then there's also the entrance there, and I also really like the gable roof as well. Actually, I think if I built that building on the corner of the boardwalk, I could recreate this alleyway that I talked about in the past videos because you know how it has the hanging signs and stuff. I could add a little ice cream sign. I think that would be really cool. I'm just going to stick with the original layout because I think it'll give me plenty of room. The mansard roof is probably going to be our best option, and it's also really easy to resize, so I can definitely make it quite accurate to the reference. Okay, this is what it's all going to look like once I add all of the shops, and I think that is good if I have a mixture of double-story buildings and one-story buildings. I was actually thinking of what my favourite ice cream flavour is, but I genuinely don't know. It kind of depends on the day, because sometimes I'd rather sorbet that's really fruity stuff, and sometimes I just want classic chocolate or, I don't know, caramel. I really love cookies and cream, but honestly I don't even know. I'm going to add a window here because I want it to be an area where people can line up to get their ice cream, so you can also go inside while also getting it from outside. I don't know why, but ice cream shops always have this striped awning, so I definitely have to add it. Some of you guys have expressed to me how oh, why are you building a beach town in the middle of fall, or it's almost winter. Yeah, I completely forgot that most of my viewers are from America and that kind of part of the world, and I live on the opposite, so it's going to be summer soon where I am, so that's basically why.
Oh my god! Wow!
The overall build is going to be white, but I am going to have some accent colours, so I think I'll either use blue because that's kind of coastally, or I might do some pastel colours. Oh man, these planks are identical to last build. I didn't actually mean to do that, but honestly I think it looks cool anyway. I want to add some square paneling over down here because you can get the wall trim version, but you can't actually place those on basic shapes, so I'm gonna have to make my own custom one. I think I'm gonna make my own custom windows, but I'm gonna make them half open, and I don't really do this very often, so hopefully it isn't too hard. Bloxburg really needs to add opening and closing windows because that would save a lot of people's time instead of making custom ones like I am right now, and also it just makes a lot of sense to add them.
Yeah, I don't know what to say because
And I'm going to rotate them like this, and I'm only going to leave them partially open just so it doesn't take up too much space. And this window over here, it's going to be a sliding window because we don't really want to swing the windows in the people's faces when they get their food. I've never used this paneling before, so I think it would be cool if I added it on the wall outside. I can probably fit it on that one there. The only annoying thing about this roof is it makes the texture diagonal, that looks so weird. I'm gonna keep the pink for now, but what I really don't like is how this gable roof is looking because the mansard roof is cutting off some of the gable roof, so I'm gonna try my best to cover that up. I actually need to stop torturing myself with making diagonal basic shapes because I have done this for the past 3 videos. Last video it was on the roof of the house, and the video before was on the curve on the slanted hill. This is actually painful. I need to stop doing this.
Hey, just working hard so I can please you.
The last thing I'm going to add to the exterior is I'm going to add a sign, and I'm probably going to try replicate this one. I just need to make sure that this sign doesn't go too low to the ground, otherwise people are going to be bonking their heads when they walk past. I'm going to lift this probably around this height because I also want to add some chains at the top to connect it. I'm trying my best to replicate the curved design, but it's actually really hard because there's not actually too many shapes that actually makes a good curve. Okay, it's a little like questionable, but I don't actually think that looks too bad. This bottom sign is just gonna say like open on it, just like the picture, and then the main sign can have the logo and stuff. I think the gable roof is actually looking a little bit empty, so I'm gonna quickly make some little windows to put up top. I won't be able to add any apartments upstairs because sadly the mansard roof is hollow, so I'll probably, these are just only gonna be for decoration. And I'm going to use a light box to make the window part, and I usually make it a like oyster kind of color, but I might change it just so it's not as bright. The exterior is all finished. The only thing I need to do is just change the decals, but I'll make my own custom ones later. So now that that is all finished, it is time to start doing the interior. I was planning on adding the counter area with all the ice cream in this corner here because it's where both windows are, and then on the other side I can have all of the seating and stuff. So firstly I'm going to start out with the counters. Kind of similar what this shop does, where it's got some paneling on the counters and then there's also the little glass cabinet. I'm going to do that but put the ice cream in it. I'm just going to use some basic shapes in order to do the tiles because I think that's just the easiest way. Okay, I'm going to recreate this ice cream glass area because I like how it's kind of on a slant, and then it also has heaps of different tubs. There's no actual like ice cream tubs in game, so I'm gonna have to make my own custom ice cream because the only thing they have is just the soft serve cones. So yeah, you won't be able to eat it, which is kind of sad.
Excuse me.
Oh, I actually completely forgot that I had this duck because I got it from that like duck hunt from ages ago, and look, there's so many ducks, like a surfer duck and stuff. I definitely need to add those like all around the town. So my ideas for the ice cream tubs, because I looked in game and there's not really any good tubs for me to use. So I'm just going to use some basic shapes to make it like curved. There was this one time at my friend's party where we were in 2 teams and we all had to go around town and do different embarrassing activities and like see who would finish first. And one of the things I had to do is I had to go to the ice cream shop and I had to ask the lady for gluten-free, vegan, sugar-free, dairy-free ice cream. It was so embarrassing because like that just defeats the whole purpose of ice cream if I asked for that. But she was really nice, but it was still so embarrassing.
Honestly, I'm shocked. I'm shocked that we had a year. Aren't you shocked? You're shocked.
To make the ice cream, I think the best option is just to use some spheres and then just flatten them down a bit, and then hopefully it'll look like ice cream. Before I add all of the tubs, I'm going to quickly add the glass around the whole thing, so I just need to make sure you're able to see inside. Okay, this is the fun part because I get to pick all of the flavors of ice cream, and the ones I definitely need to add are the classic chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry. And then I think I have 4 other flavors that I can pick, so I can maybe add like cookies and cream or mint chocolate or something like that. Okay, so we got chocolate, strawberry, salted caramel, and I think I'll add the vanilla over here. And then we still have 3 other flavors. I don't know what the hang this flavor is, but hey, you guys can pick whatever you want it to be. Okay, so that's what it looks like with the glass fully surrounding it. I'm not going to keep it that blue. I'm just doing it because I can't see where the cubes are without coloring it. So now I just need to add the top. Most of the ice cream shops I've been to, they have all of their, like, a lot of their equipment on top of the actual glass. So I think I can probably add a whole bunch of stuff up there for counter space. It's really hard to get these structurals actually in line and not on a slant, but it's pretty small, so hopefully people won't look too closely. I'm gonna make this door a little bit open just so we can actually kind of access the fake ice cream, because if I didn't, it would just be completely closed off. They usually don't have too much on the counter, so really all I need to add is a cash register and maybe just a few little decorations. There's definitely going to be at least one of these drink fridges in every single shop because we gotta stay hydrated, guys. We live at the beach. This counter area is basically where the people who are outside can order their ice cream, so I can't really clutter that counter too much because that's where they're going to be storing like the ice cream and stuff. I completely forgot about all of the toppings and sprinkles that you usually get at ice cream shops, so I think what's best is if I put it right beside the ice cream here, so then the people who are serving the ice cream can easily access the sprinkles without needing to walk across the other side of the kitchen. Really, the main toppings I can think of is just sprinkles, peanuts or whatever that is, and like chocolate chips or something. So I think I might get like a decal of sprinkles, and also like the chocolate sauces and stuff. I think I'll keep that on the other side. Fingers crossed this fits in. Okay, it's a little bit off, so I might need to resize it a little bit, but that's okay. I'm actually going to get a proper ice cream machine just so we actually have some real food to sell. One thing I always see at ice cream shops is they always have a little stand to put the ice cream cones in, so I'm going to try recreate that, and then I can add different sizes of cones so people know like what size they should get. So I think this is just going to be the normal sized cone, and then I'll also add some little kitty cones as well. Oh, I actually love that so much. It's so tiny, but it's so cute. Now for the seating area, since we only have like a small area, I think all that's going to fit is like a big bar, so I'm going to add some stools. It would be a lot nicer if the seats were like looking out into a window or something, but since there's going to be a shop beside it, they're gonna have to just look at the wall, so that's okay. This wall here is a little bit empty, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a little bit more dimension, and then I might just add some shelves and stuff just so the wall isn't too boring. What I'm going to do, which is what I saw in one of the photos, is I'm going to add some shelves in here, so I think I'll just make my own custom ones instead of using the in-game ones. It's kind of hard choosing what to put in the shelves because there's not really too much I can do because it's only an ice cream shop and it's not like they have a whole buttload of food, so I could add like a little duck or something in there. I need to add some frames up here to like show the menu or something, and also the wall is a little bit boring, so I think these will help. I have a feeling that I'm going to be using this life ring in every single house and building because it just adds to the coastal vibe. Honestly, I think using teal or turquoise would be better than using the pink because it still adds to the coastal vibe, but it's also still really vibrant. You know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to add the little stripy detail that was in the photo because I think it'll make the place a lot more fun and also less boring. I think this is going to chew through my money a lot more than I thought it was going to be because honestly I thought this build was going to be really cheap, but now I'm just like adding a whole bunch of details that's going to make me go bankrupt.
Don't do that, bro. Don't do that because that I want to think about it. Next.
I'm not really loving how these counters are looking, so I'm just going to make the tiles a little bit more like dense and poking out. I think for the floors it would be best to go for a more beige kind of sandy color, so I think this brown looks pretty good.
One debt to society later.
Okay, I did some off-camera work for the wall and I actually really love how it looks. I think it gives the walls a lot more texture and dimension instead of just being flat, so I need to move this table back to where it was before. I was wanting more circular lights for the lights and then also making them hang down in front of the counter because I think that would look a lot better than just flat ones up top. I want to use these LEDs like right across the wall, so I'll probably have to add a couple of them, but I think that'll look really good when it's done. I think it'll also work best on this side as well, but I probably won't do it on the wall beside it. Oh, I completely forgot that Bloxburg had these neon signs. I don't think it really suits the outside, so I think I'll keep it inside. Okay, I think the interior is pretty much done. All I need to do is just make the custom decals and then I'll see you guys when I tour. After 10 million billion years, I finally finished the ice cream shop, and if we come down the alleyway here, we can see the custom sign which I made on Canva, and if you come over here, we can see the full Okay, anyway, here is the exterior. I changed the color of the pink to this blue color, and I think it fits really well with the coastal kind of theme. We've got the little sign at the front as well, and the windows up top. And over here is just where people can order their ice creams if they're walking outside. And here is the interior, and the whole theme is like very turquoisey and white. We have heaps of details on the walls, and we are greeted by the little ice cream cabinet at the front here. And there's heaps of like different flavors and stuff you can get. We got like bubblegum, whatever, chocolate, mint chocolate, vanilla, salted caramel, strawberry, and then we got some toppings as well. And then here is the kitchen. We've just got some shelving, and it's a decent size to move around because you can also access the back window here to serve the other customers. And over on this side we have the little seating area. We've got some drink cabinets there to keep hydrated, and these are also some custom decals that I made. If you want to use any of these, I'll put a link for the codes in the description. But we have a little bar area where people can eat, and overall I really love how this place turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed. I found this was probably one of the most fun builds I've done on the series so far, but thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy and want to continue seeing me add to the town, please consider subscribing, as these videos take so long to make. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.